Hey guys, it's Hillbeast here for Clannad, another abridged commentary for episode 14. And
Brought to you in standard definition.
yeah, because as we know, standard definition is much better than the stupid 16 by 9 bullshit. We don't need any of that.
Widescreen overloads your eyes.
It's awfully heavy.
This is the first episode with One Destin as a writer and a proper member of the team. Before now, it was all just improvising and stuff like that. But now he's an official member of the team. He's doing all the scripting.
Most of this stuff is now in the actual script.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah.
There's still many instances where I decide, fuck it, I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah. Every now and then we still both do a little bit of improvising, but most of it's now actually in the script. We're not just fucking around with it.
And it's the first time we actually use the opening in the proper place.
Yeah.
The
And
new opening, anyway.
I was quite proud of this opening. I was trying to go for keeping it look like the original as much as possible. And, no, I think I did that alright. Even though I mostly took all the clips from, well, actually, no, all of it is from the original one.
I believe this is where a birth of the shut up road joke. Oh, and this line.
The inbred hillbilly cousin fucker joke. So basically, the original line before Matt had a go at it was, I'm going to dump car parts all over a yard to make you look like a hillbilly. And, well, One Destin had a go at it and change it to inbred hillbilly cousin fucker because that's what they really are. And as a result, I could not say the joke with a straight face, and there must have been about 7 or 8 takes of the exact same line, and that was actually the best one, even though you could still hear me laughing at it. It's still the best I could possibly do. In hindsight, I probably should have done it properly.
Ichiban Abridged reference here with the iPhone book. I believe the exact same quote.
No.
I believe that was a direct clip, wasn't it?
Alright, that's a clip from Clannad, though. That's that one. There's
Well, it's in the book, isn't it?
yeah, but in Ichiban,
Well,
it's
it is a
different
reference,
thing.
nonetheless.
Yeah,
folks.
it is Ichiban.
Rest assured, this reference is there.
That's the only place where I've ever used iPhone book elsewhere, so it has to be Ichiban.
Oh, this episode was actually also uploaded, I believe, on New Year's Day for most of us in America.
Yeah, it was around
It
New
wasn't-
Year's or something like that.
It was the second for Mark over in New Zealand.
Yeah. So, this is my, the guy who did the music for Ichiban. He did the voice for Child Tomoya. There's a wee bit of a story there. Like, I was on holiday at the time, and I left my microphone at home, so I couldn't record the lines. I had everyone's lines except for Child Tomoya, and I was like, hey, can you go and record these lines for me? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go and do Child Tomoya. And it worked out quite well.
Oh yeah, the more of the Russian Grand Theft Auto jokes here with her parents.
Yeah, just trying to emphasize more that Katomi's parents were a bunch of drug addicts and bullshit like that. And they were the ones who fucked up Katomi.
I noticed a lot when making this episode that we kept going back and talking in this voice here of this voice that her mother's using,
Yeah.
like as a joke. Like there's probably a whole recording session of us just sitting there talking like this, because we're just screwing around.
Yeah. It's just fun making those sorts of random voices. Like, when I talk like Joe! It's more fun doing stuff like that.
Too bad I wasn't playing enough back then.
And Tomoya, he was a player even when he was a child, wanted to get into Katomi, but he just didn't know how to.
Yeah. Sure.
This is actually kind of accurate to the real series because he really doesn't know. Oh, this voice. This is actually one of the few jokes that we make reference to Little Karibo with his really da 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 kind of drawl voice there. It's a reference to Little Karibo's Turkey Legs video.
Yeah.
Where he's making reference to the abridged community, I believe.
Yeah.
We are no way associated with them.
No. That there was continuing Katomi's just reading out how she should be talking.
And this scene in the actual show, it's like he fills up a goddamn cup of water. Like he doesn't even go try to find a bucket or a bowl or anything. A cup of water, that's gonna solve
And
it.
the other thing is, I'm no expert on fires, but I'm pretty sure a house fire like that, and the time it went for him to go downstairs, fill up the cup, come back upstairs, 3 times, the entire room should be in a blaze, and Katomi should be dead at that time. But no, the fire is exactly the same the whole way.
Yeah, but not for long.
Oh, and here's her. Here's what I was talking about with these gothic Lolita style dresses. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks nice and all. It's just that it makes you wonder why she dresses like this when her personality doesn't reflect it very often.
No.
So I kept waiting for him. But you had to be a dick and not come back.
See, this is the part of the show that really doesn't make a lot of sense, is because they clearly insinuate that the two of them have feelings towards each other, but then nothing becomes of
Yeah,
it.
like, it's really, really obvious. They're both into each other, and then nothing happens. And it's not like, at this point, Tomoya had any feelings for Nagisa. Back at this point, he still finds her a little bit annoying. He's just more hanging around with her.
Oh no.
We're not going to
This is the huge plot hole.
Yeah.
Also your birthday
I just guess that, like, the writers, when they were writing this part of the anime, they went down the Kotomi arc, and then they were like, now we've got to go back to the Nagisa arc now.
Yeah.
Katoi, that's worse.
This, I like how we once again make jokes where we blame Ryo.
Yeah.
Real? I'm not gonna tell you again.
Yeah, see, this is kind of the birth of the
Yeah.
telling Ryo to
It
bug her
starts
off
around
the whole
episode
thing.
11 where they start telling Ryo to shut up, but this is around about
Yeah,
now
'cause-
where it starts getting more intense, where they start really hating her. At the start, it's just more playfully telling her to shut up, but now it's real full-on hatred towards her.
Don't worry.
And here is once again Celine guest appearance voice as the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, and the crazy raping man.
Raping
This is
man!
kind of. We were really sad when making this episode because we didn't want to end the Kotomi arc because we fell in love with it. We fell in love with the character, and we were so sad. Not only because it was our favorite arc in this, but it was also in the actual anime. We loved the Kotomi arc, loved all the Kotomi stuff.
Yeah. And there's Ted Bundy popping out of the
Supportive shit.
briefcase, except my episode appears to have a glitch, which means I need to go through and recode it, because Ted Bundy had some black border around the edge of him. And the Net Euro's
yeah.
a PlayStation. I was just like, I don't know why the hell he has that in there. It's just-
PlayStation. Euro's a PlayStation. Ooh,
It's just-
it's like all special.
I was just trying to go for the randomness factor.
Please take it to our daughter.
Oh yeah.
I'm so confused as to why it's
And then,
This plot hole, the plot hole with this briefcase,
yeah.
This show
is so fucked.
It goes halfway around the world, all the way like to
passed
India
from
and stuff,
person
and
to
it still
person
manages to
with
get
no
back.
goddamn address on it.
must mean you.
Like,
They then passed it on to
it's like, how the fuck did they do? It's like, what are the odds of that happening in real life? That
Yeah.
wouldn't happen.
Like, it's like, all it said in it was, bring this to our daughter. It didn't say any name, but like, we didn't know who the daughter is, so how's it gonna get back?
Obviously.
No, it was a contract
And
saying I was
it doesn't
supposed
make,
to
it just
rape
makes no
you.
sense. Like, the whole thing makes no sense.
But seriously. So what
The,
was inside of it?
Inside was a catalog.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, catalog of peta bears. That's what we.
Oh yeah, just a reference to Pedo Bear. I just found that bear was just a little bit creepy. I can just tell that Mr. Rapist Man has done something to it.
Can I read the letter?
Yeah, this guy, he really does kind of look like a rapist. Oh yeah, this is where we're making fun of Japanese writing.
Yeah.
Because Japanese writing generally looks sort of like this. This is pretty much like what it looks like. It's just a bunch of scribbles on a piece of paper
Yeah.
to us. We're not very good at it.
Yeah.
And
Sad part is
We
that I
did-
actually can read Japanese. It's just that I just can't be bothered. It's way more interesting. I can even see that says ko Tommy, something like that. But like, I can't be bothered actually translating that. I was like, stuff
keep in
it.
mind, Japanese is a second language that can be learned in schools over in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It makes more sense because they're over there near Japan.
We're a lot
so
closer
it
to
makes more
Japan.
sense.
Like, there are a lot more exchange programs to Japan here.
Your parents used all their
And apparently a lot of people from Japan do end up moving to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Would have been good.
So
Don't really blame them either. Our country is awesome.
Go my way.
suitcase must have
Japan is a very crowded place.
Beaches, cities,
See, like I said, this doesn't make any sense. They just pass it along from person to person, and like some of these places, like in the desert. How the hell did it get in the desert? Where is there a desert near Japan?
How did it wind up in the desert and then they still managed to find its way back to Mr. Rapist Man? Like, it just makes no
That's,
sense.
like, it's stuff like that that made this episode and a couple of other episodes really easy to edit, is because and make stories for is just because of the fact that there were some plot holes that just don't make a lot of sense, and I'm sure in Japan they probably aren't as big a deal.
Yeah.
But like, as you know, us English-speaking parts of the world, we're very picky, and we
Yeah.
will poke a hole in everything.
Yeah.
I invited all my friends.
See, this is another thing. All of a sudden, now she's wearing like regular summer style
Yeah,
dresses.
now she stopped
Like-
wearing her emo clothes.
I'm kind of sad to see Katomi go because I really wanted to see more Katomi dresses because Katomi had some nice characters. Oh yeah, this joke. This actually wasn't gonna, I believe, gonna be in the final episode. And then we decided, oh, we should put this little monologue here that explains like Katomi's thoughts.
Yeah.
And this monologue has been changed like 3 or 4 times before we finally made it.
Yeah.
And even in the end, I end up improvising half of it.
Yeah.
This is so full of fail.
One thing which I also have started to do is whenever it's the end of an arc, I do the white ending rather than the black ending. So like when it was the end of Fuko, I did the white ending, and the end of Katomi, it did the white ending, and the end of the
I need
Tomoyo
to
arc, it
fuck
did the
you
white
up the
ending.
bum. Oh my god.
I love these outtakes.
Here's one of his outtakes of him trying to say that.
I was thinking I might start
He just couldn't get that line. He
And then I just like,
refused it.
fuck it. I was thinking I might start coming on her.
Oh yeah, Katomi ended up having Tourette's
Yeah.
too in some of these. Oh, the Mr. Mime outtake. We have used this so many times in joking and recordings.
Yeah. Just say they're like,
And the cows lick each other. Should we put a link to the cows
yeah, I
lick each
think I'll
other
put
video?
a link somewhere for the cows licking each other.
So that people will understand where this joke came from.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's it for episode 14.
Alright.
I guess.
Alright, stay tuned for 15.